Career. Once again, I am coming in front of you to explain certain thing. Now, I'll explain the characteristic of electromagnetic radiation. We have discussed what is electromagnetic radiation. All the energy, all the radiant energy are in electromagnetic radiation, are in the form. So, what are the things? Electromagnetic radiation. So, electromagnetic radiation, it consists of electric and magnetic fields. Electric and magnetic fields. You can see this is the electric field. This is the electric field. The electric field. Electric field. Electric field. And there is a magnetic field. This one. Darkened area. This is the darkened area. These are the darkened area which is magnetic field. So they are perpendicular to one another. You can see here. This is what? This is, you can say this is x axis. You can say it is y axis and it is z axis. You know the three axes are perpendicular to one another. So along the x axis wave is propagating. Wave is moving like this. So this is the direction of propagation. Direction of propagation means it is moving from in this direction. This is the movement of the waves in this. This is the direction of the movement, and this represents this wave represents along this direction, along y axis, along the y axis, along the y axis. What is represented along the y axis? You can see this is along the y axis and it is along the z axis. Along the y axis electric field is represented, along the z axis magnetic field is represented, along the z axis. So this electric field and magnetic field are perpendicular to one another, and wave is propagating along the x axis. So this x axis is also perpendicular to y and z. That's why this electric field, magnetic field both are perpendicular to one another, as well this electric field, magnetic field is perpendicular to the direction of propagation also. It is perpendicular to the direction of the propagation also. Okay, so that means electromagnetic radiations consist of electric and magnetic field, and that oscillates in the direction perpendicular to each other. Oscillates in the direction perpendicular to each other and perpendicular to the direction in which the wave is traveling. So this I have explained you. Next, travels with same speed. Every kind of electromagnetic radiation, whatsoever the sources, every kind of energy have got the electromagnetic energy, and all kinds of radiating energy travels with the same energy. Their wavelength, frequency, amplitude might be different, but all the energy propagates with the same speed, the speed with which light propagates. That is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So remember this, all the electromagnetic radiation propagates with the same speed, that is 3 into 10 power meter seconds. And this do not require any medium, and this electromagnetic radiation does not require any medium. You know that sunlight comes to us. Sunlight comes to us. The sunlight, and you know this, in outer space there is no medium, it is empty, it is vacuum, and the sunlight reaches to us. Sunlight reaches to us without any medium. So that means electromagnetic radiation does not require any medium. So this is the characteristic of the electromagnetic radiation. These are the three characteristics. Now we'll talk about the wave motion. So wave motion, this is your wave motion. This is the wave motion. We have already discussed. So the wave motion is created due to the disturbance created at a particular point. That means until and unless vibration is produced, there will be no wave. So that is why to have a wave, there must be a vibration. So at a certain place we have to produce a disturbance. and from the point of disturbance vibration is produced, and due to that vibration wave is produced. So you can see as the disturbance, so wave motion is nothing, or wave or wave motion, both same definition. Wave or wave motion as the disturbance, it is nothing but it is a disturbance which originates from some vibrating source. Originates from some vibrating source means the point of vibration, the point of disturbance. It starts from that point where the disturbance is created, from the point where the vibration is created right first time. It starts from that and travels outwards. Put the stone, the wave moves in outward direction, not in onward direction. It is not coming like this, smaller. It is becoming bigger and bigger. This one, then this one, then this one, and then this one, like that. So it moves in outward direction as a continuous sequence, and there is a continuous sequence of crest and trough. There is a crest, this is called crest and trough. So maximum point of displacement. So this is the maximum point of displacement, it is called trough, crest, and this is the minimum point of displacement, this is the in downward direction. Maximum displacement in downward direction is known as trough. Maximum displacement in upward direction, maximum point of displacement, this is the maximum point of displacement. This is the maximum point of displacement in upward direction. This is known as crest, and this is the maximum displacement in downward direction, that is called trough. So there is a alternate crest and trough. Crest, trough, crest, trough. So it creates a sequence of crest and trough, crest and trough. So maximum point of displacement in upward direction. Maximum point of displacement in upward direction is known as crest, and the maximum displacement point in downward direction is known as trough. So this is a combination of crest. So wave is the combination of crest and trough arranged alternatively. एक बार crest आएगा, फिर trough आएगा, crest आएगा, trough आएगा. Okay. Now this wave has been two types of electric, magnetic. Both the component has been shown here. Here only one component, but here both the component, electrical component as well as magnetic component, both are shown. And you know that electrical component as well as magnetic component have got the same wavelength, same amplitude, same frequency. So if whatever wavelength, frequency, amplitude, speed, everything we'll discuss, that will be same. Whether we discuss the electrical field or magnetic field, it will be same, because both are produced at the same time alternatively perpendicular to one another and have got every parameter same. We have already discussed that this is the electrical component, this is the electrical component of the wave motion, and this is the magnetic component of the wave motion. The dark part is representing the magnetic wave. Now we'll discuss the characteristic of the wave motion. First of all, we'll discuss the wavelength. Wavelength is nothing but length. It is length, measurement to length. So it is a distance. It is the maximum distance covered by one wave. What is the wavelength? It is the maximum distance covered by one wave. And how it is calculated? Either you take the two crests, take the distance between two crests, or either you take the distance between these two troughs. So these are equal. Answer this: the distance between two successive crests and distance between the two successive troughs is nothing but wavelength. So wavelength is nothing; it is the length of wave. It is the length of wave. Length of one wave. And how it oscillates. So how we calculate one wave? If the one crest and one trough combines and gives you the one wave. So here it starts, it comes and starts. So from this position to this position, it is a one wave. It is a one wave. So either we measure this distance, or measure this distance, or measure this distance. It will be same. So this is so one wave consists of one crest and one top. So that is why measure the distance covered by one crest and one turf. Altogether will give you the wavelength. So wavelength is nothing but distance covered by one wave. And what is one wave? It consists of one crest and one turf. So this from this point to this point, it is a wavelength. And you will find practically that whatever the distance of these 2 points are there, same distance will be here, same distance will be here. So that is where distance of two successive crests and distance of two successive turfs, you can take it as a wavelength. Okay. So this is the wavelength, is the length. So that's why its unit would be meter or centimeter. Whatever the unit of length you can give angstrom. So in SI unit it is meter. Now though we take the frequency. Frequency means repetition. Something is repeated again and again, that is known as frequency. When certain thing is repeated every second, how many times it is repeated, that is called frequency. So we say that in 1 second how many waves it has produced, or how many waves have traveled through a particular point. You take any point, this point, this point, this point, wherever you want. You put your chalk there at that particular point or this point, and in 1 second you see that how many crests have passed through. When the two crest comes to you, then it will be one wave. When two turfs comes to you, then it will be one wave. So like that you have to count. Or one crest and one turf you get. This one you get one crest and one turf, then it will be one wave. If you get two crests, the time in which you get two crests, that will be one wave. So in this way you will be counting the waves. It will be counting the waves. So you will see in 1 second how many were passed a particular point on the on the line of the propagation, and the path of the propagation, how many waves have passed through in 1 second. That will be the frequency. So number of waves which passes through a given point in 1 second is known as frequency. So frequency will be what? Number of waves by time. Number of waves by time. So in particular time we will count the number of waves, and that number of waves will be divided by time. Number of waves divided by time. So number of waves, it is a number, it has no unit. It has no unit, and time has got a SI unit of second. So it will be number of waves by second. So wave has no unit, that's why it will be per second. So what is the unit of frequency? Per second. That is why I have written as having power -1. And this per second is known as hertz. So what is the SI unit of the frequency? That is hertz, and it is denoted by Hz. Okay. Next, velocity. You know that distance travelled in 1 second. What is velocity? Distance travelled in 1 second is known as velocity. Distance travelled by. So here we are talking about wave. So distance travelled by wave in 1 second is called velocity. Distance travelled by wave in 1 second is called wave. So what is the formula of velocity? Velocity equal to distance by time. Distance by time. So here what is distance? Here the distance is what? Wavelength. Here distance is what? Wavelength. Because to create one wave, we have got wavelength. Length of the one wave is known as wavelength. So we consider that distance. Okay. So that distance, wavelengths we have taken, and the time taken in creating one wavelength, and the time taken in creating one wave. So that is why the wavelength, for distance we have taken the wavelength, for time we have taken the capital T. So C equal to lambda by T. Lambda is the distance because it is wavelength, so it is a distance, and this is the time. taken to produce one wave. Okay, so and what distance one wave have covered? Lambda. So it is the lambda is the distance and t is the time. So it is the meter and it is the second. That's why the unit of the velocity is meter per second. What is the unit of velocity? That is meter per second. So c equal to, now you rearrange it, c equal to 1 by t into lambda, and 1 by t is what? 1 by t is what? This is 1 by t, frequency. 1 by t, number of waves by t. So it is frequency. 1 by t equal to, t is the time period. I will explain now. So it is, so 1 by t equal to, 1 by t means 1 by t is the frequency. 1 by t is the frequency. Why it is frequency? In time t, one wave is produced. In time t, 1 by t means in time t second. In t second, one wave is produced. In t second, one wave is produced. So 1 by t is the number of wave produced per second. Number of wave produced per second. 1 by t means number of waves, one wave produced per second, and it is considered as what? Frequency. So that's why 1 by t is replaced by frequency, which is read as nu. इसको क्या पढ़ते हैं? न्यू. इसको क्या पढ़ते हैं? न्यू. भी नहीं, न्यू. So c equal to nu lambda. So you have got a new type of this one. What is nu lambda? Nu lambda is the formula for velocity of this electromagnetic radiation. Now next is the time period. Time period is the time in which one revolution is complete, one cycle is complete, one wave is complete. The time in which one wave is completed. The time in which one wave is completed, that is called time period. Okay, so time taken to produce or complete one wave is known as time period. Now we have assumed that t second have taken to create one wave. So in t second, one wave is produced. So that is why in 1 second, 1 by t wave will be produced. Okay, in t second, one wave is produced. So in 1 second, 1 by t wave will be produced. And this 1 by t wave will produced in 1 second. So what is the definition of time period? The time in which one wave is produced. So in 1 second, in 1 second, 1 by t wave will be produced. In 1 second, whatever wave is produced, that is their frequency. In 1 second, whatever wave is produced, that is called frequency. So in 1 second, here 1 by t wave is produced. So that is why 1 by t is nothing but it is a frequency. That is why 1 by t equal to nu is written here. So it becomes nu lambda. Okay. Last is the wave number. Wave number. Okay. Wave number means number of wave produced in a per unit length of this path. मीन्स यूनिट लेंथ लेंगे इस पाथ का, उसमें देखेंगे कितना वेव प्रोड्यूस होता है और कितना वेव लेंथ. जितना वेव प्रोड्यूस होगा उतना ही वेव लेंथ प्रोड्यूस होगा. सो इन वेव नंबर इज नथिंग, इट इज द नंबर ऑफ वेव लेंथ और वेव पर यूनिट लेंथ ऑफ द पाथ. पर यूनिट लेंथ ऑफ द पाथ. सो व्हाट इज द लेंथ ऑफ वन पाथ? Lambda meter. What is the length of one wave? Lambda meter. So lambda meter equal to one wavelength or one wave. Lambda meter equal to one wavelength. Lambda means simply lambda, if you write, it represents one wavelength. So lambda meter equal to one wavelength. So 1 meter equal to 1 by lambda wavelength. Lambda meter equal to one wavelength. We have assumed it. So that is why 1 meter equal to 1 by lambda wavelength. 1 by lambda wavelength. What is the definition of wave number? It is the number of wavelength produced per unit length of the path. So it is a per unit. 1 मीटर में कितना wavelength produce हुआ? 1 by lambda. 1 मीटर लेंथ में कितना wavelength produce हुआ? 1 by lambda. What is the definition of wave number? number of wavelength per unit length of the path. This per unit length of the path means per unit length means 1. So in 1 meter path, how many wavelength is produced? 1 by lambda. That is why this 1 by lambda is nothing but wave number, and wave number is denoted by this. Wave number is denoted by this of nu bar. Nu और उसके ऊपर एक लाइन ऐसे खींच देते हैं. So it is nu bar equal to 1 by lambda. It is number, no unit. It is lambda length. So it is centimeter or meter, whatever. If you put meter, then unit will be meter. Per meter, or if centimeter, then it will the unit will be the per centimeter. So in this way we have finished the electromagnetic radiation of the characteristics of wave motion as well as the characteristic of electromagnetic radiation. Okay, revise it, enjoy it. We'll meet you again. Thank you.